Okay, so the first thing I want everybody to do is look up and write an equal sign right here. Equals. Right? Come on, that means you. All right, we're going to write a little equal sign here. And then what we're going to do is I want you to put VAR. What do you think VAR stands for? Variables. Variables I want on the left side. And then I want numbers where? On the right side. Because you guys are super smart, all right, this is something else you can do. You can have the variables on the what? On the right side, then that means that the numbers will be where? On the left. Variables and numbers have to be separated. Variables and numbers have to be separated. All right, now when you move something, what do you do to the sign again? Change it. If it's positive, you make it a what? If it's negative, you make it a, it's really, really simple. Really simple. All right. Now, obviously, it progressively gets harder. All right. So we'll start with the number one. Now, what are you thinking? Yes, but I need to know how to do that. Right. Some of you guys, listen, the worksheet is designed kind of be small numbers. And the reason they're small numbers is because I care about teaching you how to solve it, not how to look at it and just tell me the answer. All right. So in this case, I want everybody to try to look at that and say, it would be nice if I moved the 3x over to this side. You with me on that? And then does everybody agree the numbers and the variables would be separated? Right. Now, I want everybody to make sure they understand this 3x right now is what? Positive. So if I move it to the other side, it's going to be what? Negative. So we're going to put a negative 3x and a negative 3x. Yes.
Why would you change it to a negative?
Well, because what we want to do is we want to eliminate the positive 3x. And how do I eliminate a positive 3x? Yes. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So we're doing a minus 3x on both sides. Then what I want everybody to do is draw the line underneath it. And then you have to tell me what is 5x minus 3x. There you have it. And then we bring down this number, which is just 2. Right? And then how do we undo multiplication? Division. So then we would divide both sides by 2. And then again, you're supposed to recognize what happens to the 2 divided by 2. That does what? Cancels, right? It cancels out. I know it becomes a 1. All right. I know it becomes a 1. All right. But now we have 1 equals x. All right. Now we don't normally write 1 equals x. We just go ahead and rewrite it as x equals what? 1. We write x equals 1. Anybody have any issues with that? Any issues? All right, so let's skip number 2. Let's do number 3. All right. Now, again. Okay, well, listen, I want to do another quick example. All right. Now, the next thing I was trying to remind kids of is this, is that it's much easier if the variables are what? Positive. Yeah. All right. It's much easier. So we want to try to make the variables positive. If I'm going to try to make the variables positive, I want to move what? 3b. Yes, I'm going to move the negative 3b over with the positive 7b. So how do I get rid of a minus 3b? You add 3b. So I want everybody to put a plus 3b. And then we put a plus 3b. Now, if I moved the variables to the right, then what happens to the numbers? They have to move to the left. So this 12, I need everybody to take this 12 and I need to move it over here. So what is this 12? So how do I get rid of a positive 12? You just subtract 12. Subtract 12. Now you draw a line underneath. And then I want everybody to take and say, what happens to the negative 3b and the positive 3b? The 12 and the negative 12. They cancel. So now you just have to tell me, and again, the numbers are small for a reason. What is 2 minus 12? Negative 10 is equal to what?
10b.
10b. And then all I have to do is what now? Divide by 10. Thank you, whoever said that. And so once again, you're looking at that saying the 10s cancel. And what's negative 10 divided by 10? So b equals -1. I really don't think that was that hard. B equals -1. Any issues? Any issues? Good. All right, Mr. Ward, you tell me now. We're going to look at number 5. Uh-oh, hold up. We got an issue. Yes, sir. Yes, of course. Number 5. Here we go.
So what do you do? For the F, you do -2.
You are amazing. Good job. Put minus 2F.
And then
Minus 2F.
plus 24.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Ward. Plus 24.
And then,
Plus 24. Then everybody's drawing a line underneath it for me.
and then 2 cancel out.
Wow. Hold up a second. This cancels. And what else cancels?
So the 24.
Yes, sir. Very nice.
So 27 equals 9.
Very, very good work, buddy.
And then what do I forgot? Do I divide by 9?
Yeah, because you're undoing multiplication. That was really nice. Divide by 9, divide by 9. So F equals 3. Perfect, perfect. All right, that's exactly correct. All right, exactly. All right, so, uh-oh, we got a fraction now. All right, here's where it starts getting a little bit harder. All right, we're working without a calculator right now. We're working without a calculator. Okay. All right, Mikey, what am I going to do?
So first do the reciprocal.
No, not first. What are we doing?
You'd be moving
Yep.
A over to the variable.
Yeah, which one? Which A?
3/5.
Yes, yes, yes. Miss Clifton, we're not using calculators. Here we go. We're practicing. I'm moving the 3/5 over. Wilson, I'm happy with you. So how do I move the 3/5?
You would minus.
Yes,
and-
minus 3/5. Now, everybody stop what you're doing. Put your eyes up on the board. And everybody, I want everyone to be able to tell me what's 5 minus 3/5. You shouldn't, listen, here's how I want you to do it. I know you're going to be correct, but I don't want you to do it that way. All right. I want everyone to be able to look up here and say, obviously, 5 minus 3/5. You could say what?
4 2/5.
Yes, but I don't want to do 4 2/5. Everything in advanced math is improper fractions. So 5, come on. You are amazing. That is it. I want everybody put a star right here on your paper. And I want you to tell me how many fifths is 5? How many fifths is 5? It's like, remember, you had 5 pizzas and you cut them up into 5 slices. Then you'd have a total of how many pieces? 25 fifths. Everybody should be able to look at this 5 and change it to 25 fifths. That's what I want. Because what is 25 divided by 5? 5. We just made a common denominator. That's all we did. Does everybody understand that? So go ahead. Well, the answer is going to be what? Now, when I do 25 minus 3, I get what? There's your answer. So I have, hold on a second. So I have 22 fifths A equals -3. Now, please, I need everyone to look up here and make sure, Miss Clifton, you understand how I got 25/5 from 5. Do you understand that? Anybody else having trouble with that? It's just like we made a common denominator. That's it. All right. Anybody have any questions with that? All right. Now, last week we worked on fractions a bunch. How do I undo a fraction? Multiply by the reciprocal. So now right next to the 22/5, I want everybody to put what? 5/22. 5/22. And then what happens to the fraction? Crosses out. So now A equals, now this is not a calculator. It's not calculator work. If you can't do -3 times 5/22, I feel like I haven't done a very good job this year for you. Now, if you're unsure, you just make it 3/1. And so now when you multiply that, -15/22. Now, remember, I like this lesson because it just verifies everything you need to know about numbers. Anybody have an issue with -15/22? Anybody? All right, you must be good at fractions to do advanced math. Everybody's good? All right, let's go with the next one. All right, somebody take a look at that. Lila, you want to give it a shot? All right, tell me what to do.
So would you cancel it out with the 2 and then like the 9?
Well, we want to try to keep the variable positive. So would I move the 2 or move the 9?
Move the 9.
Okay, so let's move the 9. If I move the 9, how do I move it?
Would you put it under the, you subtract it?
Right, so we're going to do -9a, -9a. Now what am I going to do?
You have -7a. Oh, and then you have to, so you do +3.
You are amazing, kiddo. +3, +3.
And then you have -7.
Negative equals,
Equals 7.
what kind of 7?
-7.
There you
And
go.
then- no, that's negative.
You're good.
And then you divide,
And then,
and then you have 7a. 7 equals a.
wait a minute now. Look at your
I
note.
meant 1 equals a.
Yes. So let's look carefully now. -7 divided by -7 is 1. So A equals 1. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Now, does everybody agree? If I would have subtracted 2a, I would have kept everything positive. So I'm just going to pull this over here and just as a double check and verify. I personally would have said -2a and -2a and +10 and +10. And then I would have had 7 equals 7a. Do you see that? Does it matter though?
No.
It makes no difference. It makes no difference. The only thing that's important is variables go on one side and numbers go on one side.
Yeah, the only thing I was confused on is like if you like subtract with the 2a or the 9a.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, right? But now you understand why it would be better to do -2. All right, yes.
So you can add and subtract whatever you prefer.
Yeah, you can move them as long as they're separated. Right, I want variables on one side and numbers on one side. That's what our goal is. Yes.
So I did the thing, or I did what you did, and I thought -13a equals 7a.
How? What's 9a minus
Oh,
2?
because I subtracted 10.
Yes.
And then-
You okay with that?
Yeah.
All right. So that's ended up being a equals 1. All right. So now let's look at number 11. All right. Jacob, what do you think I'm going to do on number 11 now?
So first one, distribute the.
Yes, very good. Distribute.
Would you get 3y minus 9 equals -2y plus 6?
Amazing.
I'm gonna try keeping the variables on the left, so.
Good.
What I'm gonna do is, I'm going to add the 2y to the 9, I mean, not 9, the 3y.
Good job so far.
But
And then what?
With the numbers, I'm gonna add the 9 to the 6.
Look, guys, stop there and before he goes any further, if you don't know that, you got to speak up. What?
I thought you're trying to keep the variables, not negative.
The variables are all positive now.
Oh, never mind. That's first one.
That was perfect.
Then we get 5y equals 15, which then it's pretty simple from there. We just divide by 5 on both sides, and then we get y equals 3.
That is amazing. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. Aiden, why don't you help me out with 13? What do you want to do?
I want to move the 5s under the negatives.
Okay, so I'm going to. You saying subtract 5s? So we're going to put negative 5s.
Cancels out and then negative 5s.
And then what else do I need to do?
Minus 3.
Yes. That's totally good. All right, now once again, if you're looking carefully, these guys cancel, these guys cancel. So what do I have?
Negative 6s equals 18.
Negative 6x equals 18. So now what?
You divide negative 6
Good.
and negative 6s cancels out and s equals negative 3.
Yes. That is correct. S equals -3. Very, very good. Anybody have any questions? Miss Clifton?
So instead of minusing 5s, I do 1s.
Yes, ma'am. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm going to pull it right back over here, okay? I'm going to let you help me with that one. Everybody stop now. Just pay attention. Let's make sure we're good. We're not in a hurry. All right, so I want you to tell me what you did. You added S, right?
Yeah. And then I did 3 to minus 3.
Now, you can't, so you're putting the variable over here, correct? So that means I have to put the number on this side, kiddo. You with me?
Yeah.
So instead of moving the 3, I should have moved the what?
21.
And what would the 21 be?
Negative.
Yes, now you're good. So let's finish it off from here. These guys cancel. Uh-oh. So what's 3 minus 21?
18.
-18, right?
Yeah.
Right? And then 5s plus 1s.
6s.
Exactly. And now what?
You divide by 6.
Yep.
you divide by 3.
And we got the same answer. You see that now?
Yeah.
All right. So you just have to be careful. They got to go on opposite sides of each other. They got to go on opposite sides. Okay. So 15. Tell me.
So I added 2 to the 4.
Yes, we're adding 2n. Everybody just goes down and add 2n. Add 2n.
So then you have 33 equals 6n.
33 equals 6n. Yes. Divide by 6. Now, I prefer, let's just leave it as a fraction because we have no calculators. So what can I divide by? Because this fraction is literally just 33 over 6. So if I reduce that,
It's 11 over 2.
yes, ma'am. 11 over 2 is better. If you put 5.5, that's still correct. If you put 5.5, it's still correct. All right. But again, I prefer fractions. I prefer fractions. 5.5 is okay. You're going to be in trouble here in a minute. All right, go sit over there for now. Stay out of trouble. You can write 5 1/2. Do I want you to write 5 1/2?
I mean,
I'm asking you a question. Do I want you to write 5 1/2?
I think.
No, I do not. In advanced math, we use fractions, improper fractions, not mixed fractions. We do 11/2. Am I going to mark it wrong if you write 5 1/2? No, you'll just find later on in life, we're not using mixed fractions. It's always improper. All right. We don't really even use decimals either. We always go for the exact answer. All right. Now let's take a look at 17. All right. Mackenzie, go.
So you can do 16K over 6K, and then you just minus 16K.
I'm okay with that.
And then once you do that, you can cross out that, and then you would add 13 to both sides.
Good.
So you would get negative 10 equals, negative 10K.
You're good.
And then you would just divide by negative 10, and that would equal positive 1.
You got it, girl. Now, can you see, nothing's wrong, right? But do you see it would have been better to move the 6 over to the left?
Yeah.
Because now we're just dealing with what? Positives,
Yeah.
right? But again, it doesn't matter if you know how to add and subtract. Well, it doesn't matter. All right. Okay, so with that, let's go with these ugly decimals. So, no, watch. I'm going to show you something important. All right. I want everyone put a bracket around everything. Put a bracket like that. Now, most of the time, does everybody agree decimals are just annoying, right? So we want to get rid of them. So to get rid of them, I'm going to multiply everything through by what number?
1.
1 wouldn't get rid of the decimal.
10.
10, exactly. You're going to multiply by 10.
I don't want to try.
The reason we're going to multiply by 10, all right, the reason we're going to multiply by 10 is because that moves the decimal over 1. Here we go. Come on. If you want to squeeze a chair over there, you can. If you want to squeeze a chair in over there, if they'll let you.
Okay.
All right. All right. So the reason why we're multiplying by 10 is because now look what happens to the decimal. 3.3 becomes what? 33. Now it's not an annoying decimal anymore. The 2.8 becomes a what? 28. The 2.5 becomes what? 25. And the negative 1.2 becomes, now everybody put a little star by that. That's good information. All right, that's good information. If you don't like the decimals, you can multiply through by 10 and that will eliminate the decimals. Tell me. Well, tell me what it would be if I did this. Everybody look up. If I had like 1.25x, what would I have to multiply now? By 100. Because you want to move it how many spots? 2. So you'd multiply by 100. You with me? All right. So now hopefully everybody agrees those numbers are a little bit better to work with than all those ugly decimals. Although if you're good with decimals, would it really matter? No, it doesn't matter. All right. So Sophia, finish this off for me. What do I have to do now?
So could you do minus 25?
Minus 25 is good. Minus 25. And then what?
And then minus 28.
Then minus 28. Minus 28. Very nice.
You get 8G
8G.
equals 40 or negative 40.
You are amazing. Now what?
And then you divide by 8.
And so,
Then you can simplify it to 5.
yeah, don't forget the negative. -5. Yes.
But I thought in the beginning, multiplied by 10, it wouldn't be 25 then? Or like 1? Like in the beginning, you multiplied everything by 10. So the only revert answer back to is correct.
No,
Oh, so that's.
So you want us to just make the problem into 33 plus.
yes, let me
Oh,
show,
okay, I didn't-
yeah, let me show you why, because if I say 1 plus 2 equals 3, if I multiply by 10, it's 10 plus 20 equals 30, it's still same.
Yeah.
You with me on that?
But I think the question, I got a positive 5. And then I added the, like the 20, the 12 to 28. And then I got, G equals 40.
Well, I mean, all I'm asking you to do is look up here and tell me where I went wrong.
I was like, when when she said like -3 and then here on the other side, but when you do positive 12 and then you do positive 20 on the other side, and that equals 40, like positive 40, so I don't really understand.
But then when you do 25 minus 33, you get -8.
No, like I did like -25G and then -25 and you get 8G. And then I also did the plus 12.
No, you have to put them on opposite sides of the equation. If you do plus 12, what you're getting is 8G plus 40 equals 0. That's what you have.
Well, right here it says 8G plus 40. I'm sorry, 8G equals 40.
It doesn't equal 40 though. One more time, look up. Look up. I see you don't. Here we go. Listen, you guys are interrupting me now. Oh, well, let me not do all that. Let me just get rid of this. Sorry. Is that how you set it up?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna erase this and you tell me what you did.
So I did the like -25G, -25G. And then I got 8G on one side. Okay, no, I see, never mind.
Okay. So now that's good. Now let's take a look at 20. I'm a little confused about what time we get out, so I want to look at my notes real quick. 54? Let me double check. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. 54. Okay, so yes. Okay, so I'm gonna let you look at 21 again. Okay, so here we go. Now, again, I want in your brain, I want you to think that you're trying to move the variables to one side and the numbers to the other side. Yes, yes.
Would you do -t?
Yes, I like that a lot. -t. And then what?
You could maybe do +3.
Well, now my variables, you moved over to this side.
So you move that over.
Yes.
Maybe -7.
There you go, girl. That's how easy.
You cross out 2 middle ones.
Yes, you do. And so what's 3t minus 1t?
2T.
2t. And what's -3 minus 17? What kind of 20?
Also,
Wait a minute. You owe your mom 3 and you owe your dad 17, right?
yeah.
-20.
And you divide by 2, which is 10.
What kind of 10?
-2.
Because a negative divided by a positive is a negative. Seriously, hey, I know, it doesn't matter to me if you have all of them correct and all of them done right and all the problems done. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care about the math work. I care about you being a good person and sitting there learning instead of being distracting. All right, and causing problems. All right, because we'll get it fixed. All right, does that help?
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at 23 now. Let me see. I,
I haven't done.
I haven't done.
all right, let's go, Mikey.
So add, what you do,
Doesn't matter. What are you thinking?
add two
Add 2
plus two to both sides,
and then
minus 3c,
minus 3c from both sides. That is perfect.
and that equals negative 2c
Yes, it does.
equals positive 16.
Yes.
Divide both sides by negative 2, then you get c equals negative 8.
You are perfect. Exactly correct. Exactly. Anybody have any issues with that? Anybody? All right. So what I want everybody to do is everybody do number 25 real quick. And then we will let,
I haven't done one yet.
yes, I'll let you do this one, Nora. Shh. I'll let you do the one after that. You might try 25 right now. Everybody get an answer. All right, Nora.
Okay, so I did for 25, the 8m will be negative 8m, so 5 minus 8m equals negative 3m, and then for the, like, numbers without variables, it would be plus 6, because that's on the right side, and then plus 6, and then negative 3m equals 15, and then 15 divided by 3, and negative 3 is m equals 5,
Divide by what?
negative 3,
Okay. So tell me what the answer is again.
5. 5.
No. Yeah.
It's 5. Negative 3 times negative 5 is gonna be 15. Oh, you know, oh my God, sorry. I thought it was negative 15, it's negative 5.
All is good. I understand. I think I'm always right too. So I do.
I don't think I'm always right.
Well, I didn't say there was anything wrong. I want you to think you're always right. I'm happy.
I'm not always right.
Okay. All right. I'll hold you to that.
No.
All right. 27. No. Let's see.
So would you put parentheses around the just adjustment?
Yeah, no. Again, we're going to go brackets around everything. Just be quiet. Let him try. And then what did I say? We're going to multiply by.
10.
We're going to multiply by 10. All right. Then when you multiply by 10, it eliminates the decimals. So what is this going to be if I multiply that by 10? Yeah. What kind?
Negative
Right. And then what?
32 f negative 3.
Wilson, this is just ongoing. I'm going to walk you up after class to the front office and we're going to call your parents. All right.
All right.
Plus what?
32 f.
32F. Keep going.
And then would that be 50?
Yes, it would be. Very smart.
40. And then
Exactly.
would you do?
Now you have a choice.
Oh, I thought that says negative 10. Oh, so would you do minus negative 10f to 50f?
Where's the 10F?
Oh, not. I read that as an F.
Come on, just tell me what to do. Doesn't
Would
matter.
you do negative 104 minus 40 or
So which one are you moving?
no 104
So if I move the 104 over here, what does the 104 become?
does it become? Oh, it becomes negative.
Come on, come on, come on. That's what I'm saying. You're playing around. That's why you don't know. What is this right here?
Negative 104.
So if I move it, what does it become? What's the opposite of negative 104? Positive 104. So you put a plus 104, plus 104. Now what?
It would be 144.
I know, but I still have to move the variable.
Oh, yeah. So would you subtract 32F?
No, because you moved the number over to the right
so
side.
Now you have to do 50F minus 32F.
What do I do to move the 50? Minus 50F.
Oh, yeah.
Minus 50F. All that playing around is hurting you. Being distracted. See how that works?
Negative 82.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What's 32 minus 50?
28.
Negative 18F
Oh,
equals, what is that?
144.
144. Now I have to divide by what?
18.
What kind of 18?
Negative.
So now, do you know what 144 divided by 18 is?
No.
But what can we divide both of these by? Yes, divide them both by 2. What's 144 divided by 2? 2 goes into 14.
7 times
2 goes into 4.
2.
2 goes into 18.
Or 8.
2 goes in
9.
9. So now you see 72 divided by 9,
8.
negative 8. Come on, come on. You played around too much today. That's why you struggled. All right, no reason for that. All right. What time's the bell ring? 54. Okay, so yeah, guys, I'm pretty happy with you guys today, most of you. So do the evens for homework. Try that, guys. Try the evens for homework. All right, and then Wilson, I need to talk to you.
Have a borrowed stapler. We can take that.
Yeah, yeah.